Hello friends, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. Am I audible properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you have completed economics, right? Revisions is done. So for the next 1 week, we'll be focusing on QA. What is required from examination point of view. So in depth, we'll look into it and we'll focus on maximizing our marks. Okay. So for the next 1 week, it's purely exam oriented. How should we be prepared with regard to concepts, with regard to problems, how to solve it quickly and how to solve it correctly. That should be our focus, and how to maximize the marks. So still the objective, or rather the statement remains the same. What we discussed in the first class of our regular session. Scoring 60 in this paper is easy. That should be our first target. Okay, not 40. So 60 easily we can score. How we have already discussed in our regular sessions. Again, same thing. That should be our focus here also. So more than we focusing on chapter wise discussions, we'll focus here based on weightage wise discussion. Okay, how much weightage, based on that we'll be focusing and solving the problems. Okay, so that's how it would be. We'll only be referring the revision material. That's more than enough for our preparations. It's an exhaustive material. Hope everyone have it. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
that revision material, if you look into the first part of it, has the
Yes,
concepts.
sir.
Correct, has the concepts. The latter part of it has questions. We have 6 MTPs that has been incorporated, right? We will be solving at least 3 MTPs. So 3 into 100, 300 questions we'll be covering in the sessions, and the other 3 papers you will be able to solve it. Okay, that's what your target should be in the next 1 week. Because we already know all the concepts, we have attended the classes, correct? We know the concepts, we know the formulas. It's just application that we have to do. So next 1 week is extremely important for you with regard to this paper. Extremely important. Make the most of this week. What we have to do, make the most means, anyhow, today's session will be discussing one important chapter. So once we are done with that chapter, you have, my next session would be on Tuesday, right? So you have 2 days time. In those 2 days, complete that particular chapter completely, fully, exhaustively, solve all the questions that you have in the other part of the MTPs, the other 3 MTPs, suggested answers, which is part of your revision material. You have study material. Let's solve maximum number of problems possible, so that you're through with that, right? Maybe out of 15, 16 questions that will be asked in the examination, you should be able to answer 10 plus with full marks, right? So that should be your target for the next 2 days. Are we clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine then. So with this, we'll directly start with the discussion. We'll start with the important chapter in mathematics of finance. Okay, so we'll start with that discussion. In this particular chapter, we have very limited concepts to learn, but application is large, right? The number of questions that we get is large. So what are the concepts? Here, first part of it, we have simple interest, compound interest. The next part of it we have is annuity. So first part, we'll discuss the first part of it, simple interest and compound interest. Interest calculation, we had already learned, we had already discussed why interest is there, right? Various reasons, time value of money, opportunity cost, right? Or various discussions we had, inflation, etc. we had discussed, because of which interest exists. How do we calculate interest? There are 2 ways of calculating. One, simple interest, and 2, compound interest. Simple interest. What is simple interest? Under this particular discussion, interest will be calculated always on the
Principal value.
The face the principal value.
original value, correct? Always on the original value that of the investment or the loan, whatever it is, not on the updated amounts. Always on the original, right? It's like straight line depreciation, straight line method. Whereas under compound interest method, interest will be calculated on the written down or updated value. Correct? Interest will be calculated,
On the updated principle.
yes, on the updated principle on a periodical basis. So that is the basic difference between compound interest, simple interest. Given for a given principal, rate and time, simple interest will be higher or compound interest?
Compound interest.
Compound
Compound
interest.
interest will be higher than simple interest. So compound interest will be greater than simple interest normally, always. Some cases compound interest might be equal to simple interest if everything remains the same for 1 year, etc. Correct? So apart from that, in all other cases, compound interest will be greater than simple interest. How do we calculate simple interest? Simple interest formula is P into I into T. If you want amount, total amount at one point in time, P into 1 plus IT. Whereas compound interest formula is, first we will have amount formula P into 1 plus I to the power n. If you want compound interest from that, P into 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1. Correct? This is the formula that we have discussed of compound interest and simple interest. In compound interest, in simple interest, it's simple, P into I into T, rate of interest, time. In compound interest, if you look into, we have I and N. For that, to understand I and N, the difference, we have to learn the concept on conversion period. What is conversion period? The number of times interest is added to the principal in a year. If it is added yearly, we call it compounded annually. Compounded annually. So let's say 2 years, 10% rate of interest. If it is compounded annually, what would be your I?
It will be 1, sir.
0.1.
0.1, 10%. What would be your N?
2.
1.
2 years. 2 years, no? So 2, N is equal to 2. Whereas if we are giving interest every 6 months, compounded half yearly or semi-annually, in that case, same discussion, what would be the value of I?
0.5. 0.05.
0.1 divided by 2, 0.05. Very good. What would be the value of N?
1.
What would be the value of N?
4.
4. 2 years into number of conversions. If it is compounded half yearly, how many conversions per annum? 2 conversions per annum.
2 conversions.
So 2 into 2, 4. Whereas if it is compounded quarterly, what would be the value of I?
0.025.
0.025.
Very good. 0.154, 0.025. How many? What is the value of N?
8 years.
8.
Very good. 8
8 years.
periods. Yes. 2 years into quarterly means in 1 year, 4 conversions. 2 4s are 8. Whereas if it is compounded monthly, what would be the value of I?
0.0083.
Yeah, basically 0.1 divided by 12. Right? 0.0083, that's okay for us. What would be the value of N?
24.
24.
Very good. 2 into, in 1 year, 12 conversions. 2 into 12, 24. Excellent. Understanding? Yes, this is what the conversion periods, why that is important to determine the value of N and I in case of compound interest. Now, the point of conversion period gets into picture only in case of compound interest, because in compound interest, interest gets added to the principal. Correct? Only in compound interest, the discussion of conversion period comes into picture. In examination, if nothing is given about conversion period, what will we consider?
Annually.
Annually.
It should be considered as compounded annually. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. So that is about conversion period. Now in compound interest, even though they say 10% per annum, 10% per annum, because it is compounded half yearly, quarterly, monthly, etc., the final returns that I'm getting may not be exactly 10%. It would be slightly higher than 10%. That concept is called effective rate of interest. So they can ask us, what is the effective rate of interest? In case of effective rate of interest, what is the formula? Same as compound interest. From compound interest formula, I have to take out
P.
P.
principal, P. Very good. 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. Because here we are only focusing on return, rate of return, and not the principal. Correct? So principal should be removed. 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 is the effective rate of interest. Okay, this is the first part of the discussion that we have in that particular chapter about simple interest and compound interest. Anyone making a note of this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, quickly. Quick, so that we can solve more problems. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. The next part of the discussion that we have is annuity. So before we look into the different types of annuity calculation, what is annuity? Two conditions have to be satisfied. What are the two conditions? Condition number 1.
Should be constant.
Yes, the amount should be constant. The amount that we pay. Amount shall be constant. And second, there should be equal
Interval.
time interval. Yes, the time period should be the same. Equal time interval. If these two scenarios are satisfied, conditions satisfied, then we call it an annuity. Once it is an annuity, in case of an annuity, what happens? Every period will be paying the same amount or receiving the same amount. So in that case, what are we focused on? What are we bothered about? We are bothered about what is the lump sum that I might receive in future if I make the payments to now regularly, or what would be the amount that I receive today as a loan, etc., for which I'll have to pay EMIs in future. Correct? So we are bothered about future value or present value. What is that future value or present value? That lump sum amount. When are we receiving that lump sum amount? Depending on that, we have to calculate future value or present value. So to determine whether we have to calculate future value or present value, we have to understand the question, understand the requirement, correct? Depending on when the lump sum is happening, that would be the future value or present value. Under annuity, before we look into future value or present value, there are two types of annuity. Annuity regular, annuity due or immediate. What is annuity regular, due, immediate? What is the difference? Difference is when does that annuity is paid or received. If the annuity is paid or received at the end of the period,
Regular.
then annuity regular. If it is paid due immediately, beginning of the period, now if the question says amount is paid or received beginning of the year, amount paid or received now, then it is annuity due or immediate. So in examination, these are the two things that we have to determine. First thing you have to determine is whether it is annuity or not. How do we know whether it's annuity or not? There should be periodical payments. Only then it can be annuity. Correct? So if it is annuity, you have to differentiate them whether it's annuity regular or immediate. It would be annuity due or immediate only if they specifically give that the installment is happening at the beginning of the period. If they give at the end of the period, it is annuity regular. If they don't give anything also, it is still annuity regular. It is still annuity regular. Once we have determined, classified them as annuity regular or annuity due, understand whether you have to calculate present value or future value, apply the formula, you'll get it. right? That's how stepwise we'll have to do. First, check whether it's annuity or not. Determine it is annuity regular or annuity due. Check whether you have to calculate present value, future value, apply the formula. So, depending on annuity regular or annuity due, we have separate formulas for present value, future value. We always start with future value of annuity regular. Correct? Future value of annuity regular is the base formula for us to build upon. Future value of annuity regular says A into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I. Future value of annuity due says I am there 1 year extra because I'm making the payment at the beginning of the period. So same future value of annuity regular, whatever you have, multiplied by 1 plus I. Future value of annuity regular multiplied by 1 plus I. Everyone following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Same way. Present value. Present value of annuity regular says A into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by same whatever you have done for future value of annuity regular. Here further divide it by 1 plus I to the power n, because present value is future value divided by 1 plus I to the power n. Same way, present value of annuity due. Now, in case of present value, first installment happens today. What is the present value of today's money? Today's money itself. What if I have 100 rupees with me? What is the present value of that 100 rupees? 100 rupees itself. Only future value differs. So present value of today's money is the same present value itself. Therefore, here we divide it into 2. First, we will calculate the present value or as if it is annuity regular. Present value of annuity regular for how many years?
N
minus
1.
Very good. For n minus 1 years, to which I have to add
the present value.
Compound interest.
first installment, for which I will add the first installment. If I add the first installment, because the present value of first installment is that value itself, present value of today's money, correct? So present value of annuity regular for n minus 1 years plus the first installment will give us the present value of annuity due. Are we clear? This
Yes.
is the discussion with regard to annuity. Okay, further whatever we discuss is extension, application of annuity. This is the main discussion, which is very, very important. First, we have to determine annuity or not. How to determine that? These two conditions to be satisfied. Second, annuity regular or due. How to determine that? Read the question. If it specifically says annuity due, then it is annuity due. Else, if they specifically say annuity regular, it's annuity regular. If they are silent, it is annuity regular. Then check whether you have to calculate present value or future value. Apply the formula. Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes. So this is annuity discussion. Okay. This has some application based. Anyone writing this? No, done. Okay. There are few application based discussions. If they talk about sinking fund. What is sinking fund? Fund that is created for something in future. A target, right? To purchase a machinery. It could be whatever it is. Right? Sinking fund always focuses on something that I want to create in future. So whenever they give sinking fund, which is the concept that I have to apply?
Present value.
No value.
What did we tell Sachi? Sinking fund is something that we are keeping now so that we get in future. If every year we deposit 1 lakh rupees so that after 10 years I get 15 lakhs so that I can purchase a machinery. So when I am receiving that lump sum?
Future.
After 15 years in future. So for sinking fund, always apply future value. For sinking fund, always future value. Similarly, they can give you leasing related discussion. They can give, I have purchased a machinery I want to give it on lease, or I want a machinery, I want to take it on lease. If I purchase, this is the amount. If I take it on lease, this is the lease rentals that I have to pay. Whether I have to purchase or go for lease. In that case, I have to compare the purchase price today, compare the lease rentals that I have to pay over a period of 5 years, 6 years, whatever it is. So for comparison, what should I do? Which is the concept that I have to apply?
It's present.
Present value.
Present value. Yes, I have to calculate the present value of the lease rentals that I'll be paying over a period of 5 years, 6 years, so that I get the present value of lease rentals. Purchase price is today's price. I can compare easily and accordingly take the decision. Right? That is about leasing. Similarly, they can give you about investment decisions. Here, what do? We calculate something called NPV, net present value. What is net present value? Present value of cash inflow, whatever inflow that we get revenue, minus initial investment. So whatever benefit that I'm getting from that machinery, if it is greater than the initial investment, then my NPV will be positive. I'll accept. If my NPV is negative, reject. Correct. So investment decision focuses on present value. Similarly, we had discussed about valuation of bond. In case of bond valuation, we have two discussions. In case of a bond, every year I will get interest. Bond or debentures for that matter. Every year I get interest. At the end of the tenure of the bond, I get the maturity proceeds. So this interest is annuity because every year I'm getting. So what I have to do here, I have to calculate present value of annuity. Whereas maturity proceeds is not annuity. I'll be receiving only once at the end. Correct. It's a single cash flow. So what I have to do to get the present value of that? How do I get the present value of maturity proceed? Apply normal compound interest formula because single cash flow. Apply the compound interest formula, add this, you get the present value of the bond. Compare it with the investment amount to decide on whether you have to invest in that bond or not. Same way, we discussed about perpetuity. What is perpetuity? Annuity for how many years?
Finite.
Forever. Correct? Annuity forever is perpetuity. Since it is forever, there is no lump sum that you will be receiving at the maturity time period because it's forever, no end. Therefore, perpetuity will only have present value. Present value of the perpetuity will be A, that is annuity, divided by 1 minus R or 1 minus I. Sorry, not 1 minus I, A divided by I. Correct, A divided by I. Whereas in some cases, over a period of time, the annuity increases. Annuity that you receive increases. We call it growing perpetuity. Perpetuity which grows. Growing perpetuity. In case of growing perpetuity, the present value will be A divided by I minus G. A divided by I minus G. Similarly, we also discussed something called real rate of return. You might say the return that I've got is 10%, but that might not be the real return that you would have got because of inflation, right? 1 lakh you kept today. After 1 year, you got 1,08,000. You might say 8% return, but after 1 year, this 1 lakh will not be 1 lakh. It would be a different value because of inflation. So real rate of return will be nominal rate of return minus
Inflation.
inflation. Yes. Nominal rate of return minus inflation. Same way, we had discussed one more concept called CAGR, compound annual growth rate. This is mainly applicable in case of your shares and mutual fund, shares and securities investments. So in case of CAGR, what is the rate of return? How do I calculate? It is value at the end of the period divided by value at the beginning whole multiplied by 1 divided by time at the end minus time at the beginning whole minus 1. Okay, just in case if they give, we have one question that we can solve in the MTPs. We will come across a question, we'll solve there about CAGR. Okay, these are the concepts that we have in this chapter. Mathematics of finance. Done.
Yes, sir. So, excuse me.
Yes, Sachi?
So, in MTP, there are questions relating to the integration of calculus, sir. And those questions are like,
What are we discussing now, Sachi?
sorry, sir, but
What are we discussing? Mathematics of finance. Stick to this. We will definitely discuss about integration and differentiation later. At that point in time, we'll discuss. I have answer for what you have asked. I understood what your point is. We will discuss about that. How to score in such questions also. We have answers for it. Don't worry.
okay, sir.
Okay. You have to have patience. We are still in the first step. Correct? We cannot climb the mountain at one point in one step. No, not possible. So we have to go with step by step. Are we clear with this, everyone?
Yes.
Everyone there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If that's the case, can we solve some questions on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can we all
Yes.
come back to our material? We'll come to the recent MTP of May 25, series 2. Okay. It's your PDF in your material. It come to page number 82. Page number 82, you have question number 14. See, this is how the questions can be. Difference between compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum of 2 years at 6% per annum is 13.5 rupees. Find the sum. Okay, see, at the end of the day, this is MTPs, mock test papers. Will the question paper questions be exactly the same? May not be. Okay, some in these papers, there will be errors, there will be mistakes. In some cases, the question could be incomplete. In some cases, the options could be incomplete. Don't worry about those things because in the final examination question paper, all those things will be taken care. We need not worry about that in the final exams. However, in this paper, there will be some errors because at the end of the day, it's just a practice paper that they have given us. But we can get hold of how the questions can be. Okay, the standard of the questions. Okay, so similar to this. Anyhow, we have the May 25 question paper also. We will be discussing in these sessions going forward. Okay, to understand how the question paper can be in the exams. So before we do that, yeah, question number 14. Yes, correct answers. So what have they given us? Difference between compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum for 2 years at 6% per annum is 13.5 rupees. So what is 13.5? Compound interest minus simple interest. Compound interest minus simple interest is 13.5. So we have to find out the sum. Again, you could have gone with option elimination. Take this as principal and do compound interest, simple interest. You'll get it. Identify the difference, 13.5. But in this question, it might work because option A is the right answer here. Whereas if option C or D would have been the answer, you would have tested 4, that would have taken time. So such kind of questions, option elimination might not be a wise decision. Instead, apply the concept easily, you will get it. Compound interest formula, you know. What is the formula? P into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 minus P into I into T is simple interest. 13.5. What is P? That's what you have to find out. What is the rate of interest? 6%. So 1.06 the whole square minus 1 minus P into 0.06 into 2 years equals 13.5. P into, what is 1.06 the whole square? What is 1.06 the whole square?
1.1236.
1.1236.
1.1236.
1236 minus 1 minus 0.06 into 12 is 0.12p is equal to 13.5. So this is 0.1236p minus 0.12p is 13.5. 0.0036p is equal to 13.5. P will be 13.5 divided by 0.0036.
3750.
3750. Yes, this is the principle. So once you get hold of it, or rather by practicing, you will be able to skip some of these steps. These steps I have done for everyone to understand. You might not require all these steps once you have got hold of it. Some of us would have got hold of it by now itself already. Others, the next 2 days, crucial. Okay, this chapter you cannot miss at all. Okay, you have to, next 2 days, if you are not confident enough, next 2 days completely involve in these in this chapter only. That's okay, because around 15 marks from this chapter and easily we can score. Solve the maximum number of problems possible. You will definitely get hold of it. It's definitely not rocket science. It's very easy, common sense. It's not like differentiation, integration. It's plain common sense that we have in this chapter. Done? Clear? Everyone understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. It's not always about applying the formula, getting the answer. The questions can be like this. See, sequence of periodic payments or receipts regularly over a period of time is called. This is just understanding the concept. No one is asking you the formula. Sequence of periodic payment or receipt regularly over a period of time. Yes, it is annuity. They're not focusing on when that periodic payment happening to decide on regular or due. If they had given at the beginning of the period, it would have been
Annuity due.
annuity due. If they had given at the end of the period, it would have been annuity regular. Since nothing is given, it is annuity. Since they have given over a period of time, it is for a finite number of years. If they had given forever, it would have been perpetuity. That's a difference in the words. Okay, these kind of questions, yes, we have to be very careful. That's how they ask in the exams. Read the question 2 times. Whenever they give such kind of a question, you might feel it straightforward. But read it twice. There would be something. Normally, when you feel it is straightforward question, there will be something inside. Okay, so that's the reason. In this question, it was not there. I agree, but read it twice. Read it twice slowly, because even if you read it twice slowly, it will not take more than 20 seconds. For 1 mark, definitely it's worth spending 20 seconds, because here, once you answer, you know for sure 1 mark is yours. Correct? So such kind of questions don't miss, because for that no formula is required. Only the concepts that we know, just recall and get the answers. Okay, question number 16. Calculation. Machine for which useful life is estimated to be 5 years, cost 5,000, rate of depreciation 10%, scrap value at the end. We had solved such kind of questions in the class. We'll have to tweak our formula that we have learned a little bit. Yes. Nagashri Kian, I don't think so. That's the right answer for this question. Very good. Right answers. No, Kripa. Yes, correct. Now, whenever they give this, What's the formula that I have to apply?
It's a depreciation
Correct.
principle of compound interest, sir. But we have to
Compound
like
interest formula. Correct. Very good. Compound interest formula. In compound interest, the amount formula A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power N. When we use that formula, when our investment increase. Here, the value of the asset decreases. So instead of 1 plus I, it would be 1 minus I.
1 minus 1.
1 minus I to the power of N. Everyone? Yes. So,
Yes, sir.
5,000 rupees is the cost today. What would be its scrap value at the end of the useful life? We have to find out A. 5,000 into 1 minus I. I is 0.1, 10% per annum depreciation for 5 years. 5,000 into 0.9 to the power 5. 5,000 into what is 0.9 to the power 5?
0.59049.
Very good. 0.59049 into 5,000 is rupees 2952.45,
45.
which is option A. Understood? Nagashri, KN and Kripa, are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Complete this. Meanwhile, others can go to question number 17. See, all these similar questions we have solved. Okay, why are we solving it again? Because to get hold of those things, to get to understand that in the examination, this is how the questions will be. So we need not panic. We have to just be focused. That's all. That is what is required. Don't worry about other things. Don't worry about different chapters, what is there in that, etc. Focus on what is happening in the sessions. That's more than sufficient. Correct answers. Yes. Yes. Perfect. This is straightforward compound interest formula that we have to apply. We know the compound interest formula. A into 1 plus I to the power N minus 1. Correct. So A, what is A? 1000 into 1 point. Now here, this is compounded half yearly. What would be the value of I?
0.03.
0.03.
0.03, 0.06 by 2, 0.03. So 1.03 to the power N. N is 2 years. But since it's compounded half yearly, what would be the value of N?
4.
2 years multiplied by 2, 4. Minus 1. So 1000. So, okay, sorry. They're asking us the principal, not the compound interest. Right? We have to read the question carefully, right? Then the principal is P. They're asking P. P is equal to A into 1 plus I to the power N. A is 1000 into 1.03 to the power N is 4. What is 1.03 to the power 4?
1.1255.
Yes, everyone know by now, I know, correct? But in calculator, we can easily find out 1.03. Again, whichever calculator that you are using, that you are comfortable, take the same calculator for the exams. Don't buy a new one. Okay, don't buy a new one just before the examination. No, if you're planning to buy a new one, buy it immediately, so that you are used to that calculator by the time examination arrives, because that is also extremely important. If you're not comfortable with that calculator, it takes time. Right? You will not be confident also. You might not know whether I have pressed the right key, because calculator, the keys presentation would be different. Correct? So either use the same calculator that you have, that you're comfortable with, or if that calculator is old, it's not working, etc., buy a new one immediately. Today, tomorrow itself. Right? That's a crucial point. So we all know typing 1.03 in the calculator, into is equal to will give us square, equals will give us 3 times, equals will give us 4 times. Depending on the calculator, the number differs. 04, 05, 06, etc. would be mentioned left corner of the calculator, that we should be aware of. So 1.125508 something we get. If I multiply that, we get What? We get 1112.5.
Yes.
Is this the right answer?
No, sir.
No,
Then what
sir.
happened?
So we used the wrong formula, so we have to use the amount
Yes.
formula.
Yes, this is what happens in the exams also. Amount formula is A is equal to P into, right? Not P is equal to A into. So we use the wrong formula. A is equal to 1000 into this. Therefore, 1000 is equal to P into. Principal is not given. That is what we have to find out. So how do I get P? By sending 1.03 the other side, divided by 1.03 to the power 4. That is 1.1255. How much do I get? 888 point something, right? 0.4, 0.5, depending on the number of decimal points that we have used. So option A is the answer. 888.8. That is the nearest one. So you can go with that. No problem. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Yes. Yeah, we can, those who are done with this, those who are writing, you can complete. Those who are done with this, you can move on to the next question, question number 18. Again, we have to find out the difference here. At first, one of the first questions, they had given us the difference. Here we have to find the difference between compound interest and simple interest. How do we do? Calculate both, find the difference. Very good. Compound interest formula. 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. So what is the principal here? 20,000. Correct. Is it 20,000 or 2 lakhs?
20,000.
20,000. Normally they give commas. Normally they will give, but sometimes they can confuse us like this. So at that point in time, we have to be careful. These things look silly, okay, but these are the things that we do wrong in the examination, right? In the hot seat, these are the things that will go wrong. Be very, very careful. So 20,000 into 1 plus, this is 5% per annum. If nothing is given, compounded annually. So I can directly take 1.05. What is number of years? 4 minus 1. 20,000 into, what is 1.05 to the power 4? Quickly in the calculator. 2155 minus 1. Yeah. 20,000 into 0.2155. This will give me compound interest of 4,310.
310. 1125.
Yes. 0.125. Yeah. Whereas, if I go with simple interest, straightforward, P into I into T. Principal is 20,000. Interest is 0.05. Tenure is 4 years. So 20,000 into 0.05 into 4 years will give me 4,000 rupees. Difference between these two will be 310.125. If you look at the options, yes, we have 310. That's the answer. Following?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Complete this. And that's how quickly we have to solve. Okay, how do we do this? Practice. You will get it. You will be able to do it. It's not impossible. Yes, those are done with this. You can come to question number 19. Here, see, they have made our job a little simple by giving this. That normally will happen in questions they will give. So here, they have specifically given annuity, so no asking the question again. They have given future value to calculate, apply the formula, get the answer. Straightforward question. We have, for this, we have to just know the formula. Very good. Correct answers. Very good. I'll erase what's there on the screen. Everyone completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Find the future value of annuity. So future value, no, they have only given. We need not ask questions at all. Future value of annuity. If nothing is given, annuity regular of 500 rupees. So what is 500 here? Annuity amount. Very good. So annuity amount they have given 500 for 7 years, compounded annually. So n is equal to 7 and I is 14%, 0.14. Apply the formula. What's the future value of annuity formula?
A into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 by A, I.
Very good. Divided by I. That's the future value of annuity regular. First base formula. Correct. A is 500. 1.14 to the power 7 minus 1 divided by 0.14. So here I need not calculate 1.14 per 7. They've given, just use it. 2.5023. Because the question, the options would be based on this hint itself. So 500 multiplied by 1.5023 divided by 0.14. How much do we get? We get 365.25. You'll get this answer. Once you get it, you would be excited that yes, I got the answer. Go to the option. Everything looks similar. 5635, 5365. Be careful in choosing the answer. Right? These are the blunders that we do. Okay, see, not knowing the formula, not answering that question because not knowing the formula is okay. Because you genuinely did not know it. But even after knowing the formula, even after applying it properly, choosing the wrong option is a blunder. Correct? These are the things that we have to ensure we don't do. Right? These are the main mistakes that people do. It's not only about getting wrong answers. It's not only about not answering. It's about making blunders, purposefully choosing different answers by mistake, right? In that heat of the examination, or could be because of excitement, right? So here, if you look at, this is 5635, this is 5365. What we got is 5365, option D. Okay, in calculator, you would have got 5365. You would have read it at 5635. Those things also can happen. So what we have to do to avoid those things, keep yourselves calm. Okay, keep yourselves calm. Have a plain mindset. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. We have to practice yourselves, right? You have to make yourselves meditate, doing yoga, all those things helps. Just because my examination is there, I have to read 14 hours, 16 hours, I don't have time for yoga. No, that is also equally important. Even if you read 12 hours, it's okay. Right? Or rather 10 hours, whatever time. See, there's no quantitative time on, I have to read for 14 hours, I have to read for 10 hours. Whatever is your target, if you're reaching it, even if it is 10 hours, that's absolutely fine. As far as you're focused and preparing to that, to the extent required, to the extent possible. It depends on individual, right? Each individual, it depends. If you're confident enough of your preparations, that's what is required at the end of the day. Okay. So have confidence with your preparations and do all those incidental activities which it requires, which definitely is required. Health is extremely important, right? Focus on your health for the next, it's about what, around 35 to 40 days. That's all, right? Be focused. Post that, no one will ask what you will be doing. Correct? Come to question number 20. Straightforward. Apply the formula, get the answer. They're just asking the effective rate of interest. We have learned the formula. What is the formula for effective rate of interest, Sumant?
1 plus I to the power of n minus 1.
Okay. Yes. 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. Correct, Sumant? Same compound interest formula,
Yes,
no principle. Correct? 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. Here, what is I?
0.03.
0.03.
0.015.
0.03 divided by 2 because this is half yearly
Half
compounding.
yearly.
Yes, 0.03 divided by 2, 0.015. What is N?
2.
2. Because half yearly compounding. 2. In effective rate of interest, they'll definitely not give number of years. We'll always be calculating annual per annum. So 2 into 1 year, 2. So 1.015 to the power 2 minus 1. 1.015 to the power 2 will give us
1.030225.
very good 0.30225 minus 1. Here we get 0.030225 or 3.0225 percentage. So if you look at this, option C says 3.0225% per annum. That's effective rate of interest. So whatever we are doing here is just applying the formula. Similarly, question number 21. Correct answers, those who have answered. Now that all of you would have got an opportunity to read that question at least once, what is this 80,000?
Annuity.
Annuity? Yes. So what are we calculating? Present value or future value?
Present value.
Present value. Then why they have given us final value of investment? So we read the question again. What will be the final value of investment for the principal value of 80,000 for 4 years at 10% rate of interest? Now tell me, what is this 80,000?
Annuity due.
It is principal. It's not annuity. Where have they given that this is annuity? Where have they given that it is being paid over a period of time? No, it just says final value of investment for the principal value of 80,000 for 4 years. So they have given us principal, apply the compound interest formula, get the amount. That's all. Correct. That's all they have asked us here. Now, the point here is, have they given us compound interest or simple interest?
Simple interest.
Where have they given us? That's also not given. That is wrong. Okay, the question they should mention. Definitely they should mention, because there is no presumption like annuity. If there is nothing is given annuity regular like that, no, there's no such presumption. But here, if I apply compound interest formula and find out amount, 80,000 into 1.1 to the power 4, what is the value that we get? What is 1.1 to the power 4? 1.4641 into 80,000, we get 117,128. Yes, in this question, we have none of this. We can choose it if we are considering it as compound interest. If you are considering it as simple interest, P into 1 plus IT amount formula. 1 plus 0.1 into 4. 80,000 into 1.4. 0.1 into 4 is 0.4. So 1 plus 0.4 is 1.4. 80,000 into 1.4, we get 1,12,000.
Yes.
We have 1,12,000. Right? In this question, it should have been simple interest. In examination, don't worry, they will specifically mention compounded annually, or they say simple interest, etc. They will definitely mention. But in this case, it should have been simple interest. So now, my point was not about that simple interest, because that will be given. They would give the question in the question paper. First series, 4-5 questions was about annuity. Suddenly, they'll give this kind of a question. So we are in a flow of annuity. We'll solve this as if annuity itself. We'll get an answer. We have none of this. We'll choose none of this and go. No, right? This is definitely not an annuity equation, because nowhere it says it's an annuity. Nowhere there is a point that gives a nature of annuity. They have specifically said it's a principal of 80,000. So it's a single cash flow, the compound interest or simple interest, as the case may be, we have to apply. Understanding? Are we
Yes, sir.
clear? Yes. So consider every question separately, right? Don't go to the next question based on what happened in the previous question. Okay, that's how it is. Obviously, there is no rule that they have to give the questions like this. In the MTP is what we are solving. First 40 questions is mathematics, next 20 questions logical reasoning, next 40 questions statistics. But it need not be the case. In the examination, normally what happens is first 5 questions will be, let's say, mathematics. Next 5 questions could be statistics. Next 5 questions could be logical reasoning, right? And that's how jumbled it would be. So there is no way that you will have a flow in which you will be answering. Okay, that will not be there. But in that 5 questions of mathematics, there can be of same chapter possible. So in that case, we have to be careful. We have to be careful that first 4 questions could be of annuity, last question could be of simple compound interest. Possible. So that's the reason each question independent. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Similarly, question number 22. Again, a beautiful question. Yes, Pratyush, correct. Good. Others also, those who have answered correct answers. No, Ambika, I think you have to recheck. No, Manasa, you don't have that option at all. I think it's a typo that you have done. Yeah, others correct. Yes, correct, Manasa. Okay, fine. So again here, they have given us present value of 500 due 10 years hence when interest of 10% is compounded half yearly. Annuity due or annuity regular?
Due.
Annuity due.
Annuity due. And they're asking present value. So present value of annuity due is present value of
annuity regular and minus 1 year plus initial investment.
initial installment. What is the installment here?
500.
500.
500 rupees is the installment or the present value?
Present value.
Present value. Then why are they asking us find the present value of 500?
Annuity 500 is.
500 is the annuity amount. So find the present value of 500 due 10 years hence when interest of 10% is compounded half yearly. I know I is equal to 10% by 2, 0.05. What is N?
20.
20.
10 years into 2 compounded half yearly, 20. And we are telling A is the annuity 500. If I do this, will I get the answer?
No, sir.
If I take 500 multiplied by something and do, I'll get an answer more than 500. But if you look at the options, everything is less than 500.
Yes,
So what
sir.
happened?
Subtract 500.
We should subtract 500. Why? Where did we learn that? Again, read where it says it's an annuity. Just because we read the word due, it's annuity due, correct? What is the meaning of the word due? It is payable. Payable. Payable after 10 years means I will invest 500. Sorry, I will invest some amount. It gives me 500 rupees after 10 years. It's a plain compound interest discussion. Understanding?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Everyone?
Yes.
Yes. It's a plain compound interest discussion. We have to be focused. That's all. So here, 500 rupees is the future value or the amount in our compound interest formula. 500 rupees. N is, we have discussed 20. I is 0.05. We have to calculate P, the present value principal. So we know A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power N. 500 is equal to P into 1.05 to the power 20. So if I calculate 1.05 to the power 20, you get 2.6533. Yeah, P is equal to 500 divided by 2.6533. P will be 188.4.
Correct.
So option A is the answer. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
so could you explain again like why we use 20?
Why we use 20? Because this is
Understood,
compound.
understood, sir.
Yes, that's why you have to be focused. You're not focused. You're looking here and there. Question number 22 is done. Come to question number 23. Those are done with this. Okay, others you can complete and then come. With this, we have already computed the similar question we had solved in this paper itself. Requirement is different. No, requirement is also not different. Requirement is also the same. Just apply that formula, you'll get the answer. This, I think everyone should answer now because we have already solved similar question. Correct answer. Very good, Pratyush. Correct. Yes, very good. So I hope everyone have completed what's there on the screen. I'll just erase it. Here, what is the formula that I have to apply? A is equal to P into
1 minus I.
1 minus I.
1 minus I to the power n, because this is depreciation. So present value is 24,000. Rate of depreciation is 20%, 0.2, 5 years. So 24,000 multiplied by 0.8 whole power 5. What is 0.8 whole power 5?
0.32768.
Yes, 0.32768, which gives us rupees 7864.32. Again, here the options are jumbled. 7864, 7684. It is option A, 7864. Is that clear? Yes, this is simple. Come to the next one. This is interesting. Question number 24. Yes. Correct. So what are they telling? A person opened a savings bank account 4 months ago, which now has a balance of 21,315. So opened a savings bank account, deposited some amount. 4 months later, the amount is 21,315. If the bank is paying 4.5% simple interest, how much money was deposited by him initially? So what should I calculate?
Principal amount.
Principal, correct? Yes, principal. They have, what is 21,315?
Amount.
Amount after 4 months, the amount. Very good. So we know amount formula in simple interest, P into 1 plus IT. Amount is 21,315. Principal 1 plus I is 4.5%, 0.045. T is 4 months, 4 by 12. 4 months. So 21,315 equals P into 1 plus, what is 0.05 into 4 by 12? We get 0.015.
Yes.
21,315 is 1.015 P. P is 21,315 divided by 1.015.
21,000.
So P will be 21,000.
21,000.
Yeah, principal is 21,000. Understanding, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Those are done with this. We have one more question in this paper from this chapter. Straightforward. Apply the formula, get the answer. Very good. No, Agna. Others correct answers. Yes, very good. Others in the sense there are only 5-6 people are answering. Others also should answer. Find the present value of annuity payable at the end of each year. So here everything is given. No confusion. This is annuity. Is this annuity regular or annuity due?
Regular.
Regular, because they are specifically given at the end of each year, end of the period. So annuity regular. They are asking us present value. Present value of annuity regular, we know the formula. A into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I to the
1
power
plus
n.
I.
Everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here A is 1,000 rupees. I is 5%. So 1.05. How many years? 10 years. Minus 1 divided by 0.05 into 1.05 to the power 10. 1,000 into, what is 1.05 to the power 10?
1.62889.
Very good. 1.6289 minus 1 divided by 0.05 into 1.6289. 1,000 multiplied by 0.6289 divided by 1.6289 into 0.05 is 0.0814. On simplifying this, you get somewhere around 7724, 7725 or 7726, something that we get, depending on the number of digits that we have used. Since we have 7724, anything between 7720 and 7730, we can choose this. No problem. I understand we have none of this, but still 7724 is more specific. So 7724 only is the Right answer. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's it. Okay, these are the questions that we have in this paper, in this MTP, from this particular chapter. How much? We solved 12 questions now. 12 marks. That's the minimum that will be there in the papers. Can we look into the next paper?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Come to the next paper. That is May 25 exam only, first series. Page number 105. We have question number 11. That's an interesting one. If you read and understand it properly, you'll get it. Very good. Right answers. Those who answered. A certain amount at a rate of interest, simple interest X doubles in 5 years. So, if it doubles in 5 years, if the principal is P, what would be the amount?
2P.
2P, correct? So, we know amount is equal to P into 1 plus IT because this is simple interest. Amount is 2P, P into how many years it will get doubled? 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
So P and P gets cancelled. 2 is equal to 1 plus 5i. 5i will be, if I send 1 the other side, 2 minus 1, 1. I will be 1 by 5, which is 0.2, 20%. So rate of interest for this is 20%. At another rate of simple interest y, it becomes 3 times in 8 years. If the principal is P, 3 times means what would it be?
3P.
3P, very good. So A is equal to P into 1 plus IT. Amount is 3P is equal to P into 1 plus I into 8 years. P and P gets cancelled. 3 is equal to 1 plus 8I. 8I is 3 minus 1, 2. I will be 2 by 8, which is 0.25. So, this is 25%. This is 20%. What are they asking us? Difference between the two rates. What is 25 minus 20? 5%.
5%.
Yes, difference between the two rates, 5%. Is that clear? Yes. Same way, you can move on to question number 12. Yes, correct answer. Correct answer. Right. Perfect. Anil deposited a certain amount in a bank at 10% per annum, compounded semi-annually. At the end of 1 year, Anil received a sum of 13,230. The sum deposited in the bank. So what are we supposed to find out?
Principal.
People.
Principal P. Correct. We are supposed to find out P. And what is 13,230?
Amount.
Amount. A. Very good. So A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power n. Because this is compounded semi-annually, it's compound interest. A is 13,230. P into I is 10%. But what would be the value of I?
0.05.
Very good.
0.05.
Compounded semi-annually. So 0.05. 1.05 to the power n is
2.
1 into 2. 2. So 13,230 is equal to P into 1.05 square is
1.1025.
1025. P is equal to 13,230 divided by 1.1025. So P will be
12,000.
12,000. So 12,000 is the right answer. Those are done with this. I can move on to question number 13. Correct. This, without even applying the formula, you can answer because of the hint given. Yes, correct answers. So we know effective rate of interest is 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. Here, this is compounded quarterly. So I will be 0.08 divided by 4, which is 0.02. 1.02 n is quarterly for compounding to the power 4 minus 1. That is 1.08243216 is 1.02 to the power 4 minus 1. We get 0.08243216, which is 8.243216 percentage or 8.24 percentage. So basically, whatever they have given us, minus 1 would be the answer. Because 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 is the formula of effective rate of interest. Same way, we can try question number 14. Pratyush, just recheck. Others, I think, correct answers. If sum triples in 15 years at simple rate of interest, the rate of interest per annum will be. So sum triples. If P, what is the amount? If principal is P?
3p.
3p, triples, 3 times. So we know simple interest A is equal to P into 1 plus IT. Amount is 3p. 3p is equal to P into 1 plus I into how many years? 15 years. P and P gets cancelled. 3 is equal to 1 plus 15i. 15i is equal to 3 minus 1, 2. I is 2 by 15. What is 2 by 15?
0.1333.
0.133333 into 100, we get 13.3333 percentage, which is more nearest answer 13.3. So 13.3 will be the right answer. Yes, same way. Question number 15. This is straightforward. Correct answers. Yes. So what are they asking us? Future value of annuity of 7,200 made annually for 5 years at the rate of 12%. So if annuity due or regular not given, if not given, we go with annuity regular. A into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I. Here I is 7,200. Sorry, A is 7,200. I 12% component annually. So 1.12 to the power n is 5 years minus 1 divided by 0.12. Here's 1.12 to the power 5. They have only given us, take that 5 decimal points. 1.76234 minus 1 divided by 0.12. 7,200 multiplied by 0.76234 divided by 0.12. If you simplify this, you get 45,740.4. Option A. Similarly, 16th one, straightforward. Yes. Correct. Yeah. So here, Rakesh borrows a loan of 10,000 from the bank and he agreed to pay back in 24 equal installments at the rate of 10% compound interest per annum. So loan of 10,000. What is 10,000 here?
Present value.
Present value.
Yes. Borrows a loan of 10,000. So 10,000 is the lump sum loan. When did we borrow? Today. So that is the present value. Agrees to pay back in 24 equal installments. So n is 24. At the rate of 10% compounded annually, 0.1. They're asking each installment. So basically the annuity amount. So present value of annuity regular is what we have to do. Present value is equal to A into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I to the power n. 10,000 is equal to A is what we have to find out. 1.1 to the power 24 minus 1 divided by 0.1 into 1.1 to the power 24. 10,000 is equal to A into 1.1 to the power 24. They have given 9.84973 minus 1 divided by 0.1 into 9.84973. 10,000 equals A into 8.84973 divided by 0.1 into 9.84973, 0.984973. So 10,000 is equal to A into how much? 8.84973 by 0.98, you'll get 8.9847. So A is equal to 10,000 divided by 8.9847, which is 1,113 somewhere you get. If you look at the option, you have 1112.99, which is nothing but 1113. So option B is the answer. Okay, this is present value. Same way, question number 17. Correct. correct. Correct answers. Yeah, correct, Pratish. That's a typo that is there. The comma in the options. In MTPs, those things will be there. Don't worry about that. Okay, we'll discuss the answer for this. What is the present value of 80,000 to be required after 10 years if the interest rate is 6%? What is 80,000 here?
Amount.
Good. Amount. Yes. What we have to calculate is the present value of that amount, basically the principal. So here it is not annuity, single cash flow. Correct. So A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power n. Amount they have given 80,000 equals P into I is 6%. 1.06 to the power n is 10. 80,000 is equal to P into what is 1.06 to the power 10? They have given here 1.7908. P is equal to 80,000 divided by 1.7908. So 80,000 divided by 1.7908 will give us 44,672. Option B. Option B is the answer. Same way, question number 18. Yes, this is what I was talking about, that CAGR. Straightforward. They have given us a hint also there. You have to just use that and get the answer. Perfect. Correct answers. Very good. What is CAGR formula? Value at the beginning divided by value at the end divided by value at the beginning, correct? Whole multiplied by 1 divided by time at the beginning minus time at the end minus 1. So what is x to the power 1 by n is the entire bracket thing. That is x to the power 1 by n. That is what they have given us. So straightforward question, 1.0413 they have given. What are we supposed to do? Subtract 1 from that.
Subtract 1.
0.0413, which is nothing but 4.13%. That is option B. Okay, that's how easy the questions can be. For that, we have to know what we have to do. That's important. Following?
Yes, sir.
Sir, namaste. Hi, sir.
Hi, sir. Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Sir, sorry to disturb you in between.
No problem.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Namaste. How are you all?
Good evening,
Fine,
sir.
Namaste, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Again. So, you're all writing the exam in September?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why class is overflowing? Video is off. ಯಾರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗಲ್ವಾ? Education for you, no? For anybody else we are doing? Revision class, free questions ಎಲ್ಲ. So like every other institute, they charge for revision, mock test, everything they do. So we do everything freely. Alva. So ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ serious ಆಗಿರಿ. And also I'm not able to see some of them were writing in September also here. They are also missing something shocking. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ serious ಆಗಿರಿ. Okay, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ if you're not serious, we will not continue this revision classes. Okay, so ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ serious ಆಗಿರಿ because revision classes have helped our students to get substantially better results. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ವಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್. ನಮಗೂ ಸಂಡೇ SMS ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸಂಡೇ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಸಂಡೇ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದು? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸೊ ಗಿವ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್, ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ಟೈಮ್. ಓದಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಔಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾರೋ ಬಂದಾಗ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಯಾರೋ ಬರೆದಾಗ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಡಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಡೂ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ? ಅಂಡ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಈಗ ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಅವರ್ಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಡೈಲಿ?
12 to 14 hours.
14 hours ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜೋಕ್ಸ್ ಅದು. ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ಸೊ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 10 to 12 hours ಓದಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 14 hours ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೇಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಒಂದು ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಡೈಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿಸ್ಟಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಕೆರಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಅದಾದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಮೀಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ 2.5 years ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಓದಕ್ಕಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಓದಿಸೋಣ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ ಆದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಇವರು ಸುವ್ಯಕ್ತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು, ಇಂಟರ್ಮೀಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಇದೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆವನ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಆಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಮೀಡಿಯೇಟ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಲಿ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಸಮ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಇಂಟರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫೈನಲ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೊ ಕಮ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ 10 to 12 hours ಡೈಲಿ ಓದಿ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಅಂಡ್ ಈ ವೀಕಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And many of them are able to elevate their mark, especially by attending revision classes. Okay, maths across India people find it tough, but our students are able to do it excellent because of SMSR's extra revision efforts. Adhan you take advantage of the same. Artha aithalva? And next week alli account shuru agutte. And discipline agi test irbodu, valuation irbodu. Mock test alla attend madidre valuation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. 25-30 PU students are absent today. It's understandable because from tomorrow, from some of them unit tests shuru aagate. Okay, our next I think from Thursday they'll join. But you people so serious agi prepare agi. Artha agta idiyala?
Yes.
Odi.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful career. It's just a matter of another 1 month. Okay, so hold your nerve and do the best. Then you can rock. Okay, all the best. Sorry sir, sorry. Thank you.
No problem, sir. Thank you.
Bye sir. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Yes. Shall we continue, guys? Everyone there?
Yes,
Now at
sir.
least?
Yes, sir.
Hopefully. Yeah. Okay, fine. So we'll continue with this discussion. Yeah, what were we doing? We were discussing. This was completed, 4.13%. All clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Come to question number 19. So that's how. See, the moment you see CAGR, you might feel, oh, that's a complicated formula. Nothing. They have given us x to the power 1 by n. What were you supposed to do? Just to do -1. Right? No application of formula there. It's just a plain discussion. That's how questions can be. Question number 19. Very good. Correct answers. Yeah, correct. Kripa, you have to recheck. Correct answer. Very good. So Mr. A invested 20,000 in the bank at 4.5% per annum. He received 27,500 after the end of the term. Again, here if you observe, they have not given us whether it is compound interest, simple interest. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Definitely it's not annuity, that's for sure. So they have not given it's not compound interest or simple interest. So again, that's a major miss there. They have to give. Definitely they have to give. Here, if I look at these 27,500, 20,000, it appears to be of simple interest. So if I go with simple interest, how much do I get? What is 27,500? Amount. What is 20,000? Principal. So we know amount is equal to P into 1 plus IT. Amount is 27,500. P is 20,000 into 1 plus 0.045 into T. 27,500 divided by 20,000 is equal to 1 plus 0.045t. What is 27,500 by 20,000?
1.375.
1.375 is equal to 1 plus 0.045t. So 0.045t is equal to 0.375. T will be 0.375 divided by 0.045. We get 8.33 years or 34. So option we have 8.34. So that is the correct answer. Okay, here they should have given 4.5% per annum simple interest. That one word is missing there. Very good. Those who are done with this, you can move on to question number 20. That's again straightforward question. You have to just understand the requirement. Very good. Mansa, we are in 20th question. You've answered 21st. So question number 20. What are they asking us? 1,500 is paid every year. What is 1,500 here?
Annuity.
Very good, Bhavna. Annuity. For 10 years, N to pay a loan. What is the loan amount? So how do I find out the loan amount? By getting? Correct, Bhavna. You're right. Just unmute and answer. Present value. Right? You have to get the present value because loan amount will take today itself. Today. So loan is the present value. So present value of annuity regular is A into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I to the power n. Present value is what I have to find out. Annuity is 1,500. 1.055% to the power n is 10 minus 1 divided by 0.05 into 1.05 to the power 10. 1,500, 1.05 to the power 10, they have given us 1.6288 minus 1 divided by 0.05 into 1.6288. So 1,500 into 0.6288 divided by 0.05 into 1.6288. If you simplify this, you get 11,581.53. Somewhere around that. So option A is the correct answer. Okay, that's option A for 20th one. So done with that. Yes, Harini.
Sir, I didn't understand why did we take present value, sir?
Why did we take present value? See, 1,500 if I pay every year for 10 years, that loan will be repaid. What is the loan amount if the rate of interest is 5%? So I'll start repaying 1,500 from today every year for how many? 10 years. If I do that, when I would have taken the loan? Today. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So present value of the lump sum is received today as a loan, which will be repaid in future.
Got it, sir.
Okay. So, yeah. Yes, those who are done with this, you can move on to question number 21. Again, it's a very interesting question. You have to just apply the concepts that we have learned. Very good. Excellent. Right answers. Perfect. No, Manasa. You have to recheck. Right answer. A certain sum is invested in a bank. So they have deposited some amount in a bank. What annual rate of interest compounded annually becomes 8 times of this investment in 5 years? So amount deposited in a bank is P, principal. They are telling in 5 years it becomes 8 times. So what would be the amount? 8P. So we know the formula. Amount is equal to compounded annually. So compound interest P into 1 plus I to the power n. Amount is 8P. Principal is P. Rate of interest is what we have to find out to the power 5. P and P gets cancelled. 8 is equal to 1 plus I to the power 5. So I have to find out 1 plus I to the power 5 is 8. So I have to express 8 in terms of 1 plus I to the power 5. Instead of doing that, in the hint, if you look at 8 to the power 1 by 5 is 1.51576. I have 8 to the power 1 here. So can I say, can I raise power 1 by 5 on both sides or take fifth root on both sides?
Yes.
Why am I doing that? So that I get 8 to the power 1 by 5. If I get 8 to the power 1 by 5, what happens? I know the answer for that. Correct? Is equal to 1 plus I to the power 5 whole power 1 by 5. 5 and 5 gets cancelled. 8 to the power 1 by 5 is equal to 1 plus I. 5 and 5 got cancelled. 1 plus I to the power 1. So what is 8 to the power 1 by 5? 1.515716 is equal to 1 plus I. I will be 1.515716 minus 1, 0.515716. What are they asking us? What annual rate of interest? So rate of interest is 0.515716 or 51.5716 percentage. 0.51. So it is 51%, not 5.15. Correct, Manasa? Yes, 51.5716. So option E is the answer. Everyone clear? Yes, Pranita.
So can't we just consider that 8 to the power 1 by 5 is equal to that hint and do that effective rate, sir? Minus 1 and into 100.
Yes, you get it. Easy. That's technically at the end of the day, that's what we would have done. Yes, you can do that. Yes. Question, those who are done with this, you can move on to question number 22. So you have to apply 2 formulas here. Very good. Pratyush, 22nd we are solving. Right answers. Correct. Manasa, again, 22nd question we are solving. Okay, I'll erase what's there on the screen. 22nd question. If compound interest on a certain sum for 2 years, compound interest for 2 years at 5% is 246. What is the simple interest on the same sum for double the time, double the rate? We'll come to that later. Correct? Well, first find out the same sum. What is the principal? So compound interest is 246. We know the compound interest formula. P into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 is 246. P is what we have to find out. I is 5%. So 1.05 years 2 minus 1 is equal to 246. What is 1.05 square?
10.
1.1025. Yeah,
10.
minus 1 is equal to 246. 0.1025p equals 246. P is 246 divided by 0.1025. So 246 by 0.1025 is how much?
2400.
2400.
2400. So principal is 2400. Now what are we required to calculate? Simple interest on the same sum, 2400, for double the time. So what is the time now?
4 years.
4.
Yes, it was 2 years. Double means 4 years. Rate of interest, double the rate. It was 5%, becomes 10%. Double the time, double the rate. Simple interest, P into I into T. 2400 into 0.1 into 4, 240 into 4, 960 rupees. 960 is the correct answer. 22, option B. Okay, so understand the requirement and accordingly answer. That's what is required. Those who are done with this, you can move on to question number 23. Yes, correct answers. Again, everything is given in this question. You have to just apply the formula, relevant formula, and answer. Right, very good. Yes. So, what have they given us? What is 100 rupees here?
Annuity.
Annuity, very good.
Annuity.
Because they say 100 rupees is deposited every year, correct? So, annuity. They say beginning of every year. What does that denote?
Due.
Immediate.
Very
Annuity
good.
due.
Annuity due or annuity immediate. Excellent. For 20 years at 10% interest rate compounded annually, how much would she earn after 20 years? What is that we have to calculate?
Future value.
Future value.
Future value after 20 years, correct? Future value of annuity due. Future value is equal to A into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I whole multiplied by 1 plus I, annuity due. So A is 100 rupees, 1.1, 10% to the power 20 minus 1 divided by 0.1 into 1.1. Here 1.1 to the power 20, they have given us 100 into 6.7275 minus 1 divided by 0.1 into 1.1. 100 into 5.7275 divided by 0.1 into 1.1. If you simplify this, you get 6,300.25. Understanding?
Sir.
Yes.
Yes, everyone following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, those who are done with this, those who are writing this complete, those who are already done with this, you can move on to question number 24. Correct answers. Again, everything is given here. You have to just apply it. Correct. Right answers. Very good. Yes. Okay. We'll quickly discuss this. How much amount is required to be invested every year? Meaning, what are we supposed to calculate?
Annuity.
Annuity. Excellent. So as to accumulate 15 lakhs at the end of 20 years. What is this?
Future value.
Future value. Yes. After 20 years, 15 lakhs. If the interest is compounded annually at 10%. Now they have given us something. Given A of n comma I is 57.27499. What is this? This is called future value interest factor. So what does this represent? In the formula, see, at the end of the day, what you can do, you can directly apply, you know the formula of future value of annuity regular, 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I, correct? This is a formula. This is equal to 15 lakhs future value. Whatever annuity multiplied by whatever you have, right? This is called future value interest factor. So instead of me applying 1.1 plus 1 to the power 20 minus 1 divided by 0.1, taking 1.1 to the power 20, etc., I can directly write A into 57.274999 is equal to 15 lakhs. A will be 15 lakhs divided by 57.274999. So if you simplify this, you will get 26,189. That is option A. One step answer. Same way, they can give P n comma I in case of present value. That would be present value interest factor. If the present value formula is 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I to the power n, whatever is there apart from A, that is present value interest factor. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So even without that, you can answer. It will take more time, more efforts, more steps. If you know this, easily you can answer. Faster we can answer. Yeah. Similarly, those are done with this 25th question. So a little different, right? The concept perpetuity. Yeah. Correct answers. Very good. Assuming that discount rate is 12% per annum, how much would you pay to receive rupees 100? What is rupees 100?
A.
Annuity,
Amount.
correct. Growing at 8% annually forever. So here, what is 12%?
I.
Rate of interest, I. What is 8%?
Growth rate. G.
Growth rate, G. Very good. We know growing perpetuity present value is equal to A divided by I minus G.
ఇంకొక 5 minutes అయిపోతుంది.
A divided by I minus G. I know it's getting over. I'll live in time. Don't worry. So 100 divided by I is 0.12 minus G is 0.08. 100 divided by 0.12 minus 0.08 is 0.04. What is 100 divided by 0.04? 2500. So option A, 2500 is the answer. Okay, that is growing perpetuity. 2500 is the answer. So this is the last question in this particular paper. Okay, so in this question again, how much did we answer? We answered 15 questions. Right, totally 27 we have answered. With this, we'll move on to the next paper, one more paper. Come to series 2 of Jan 25 exam. In that, come to page number 130, sorry, 128. 128 is the page number. In that, come to question number 15. A sum of 46,875 was lent out at simple interest. End of 1 year, 8 months. Total amount was 50,000. Find the rate of interest percent per annum. Yeah. Very good. Correct answers. Sum of 46,875. What is this?
Principal.
Guys, few more minutes. We'll close.
Principal.
Answer. Principal. Very good. Was lent out at simple interest at the end of 1 year, 8 months. That's the time. Total, and the total amount was 50,000. What is this?
Amount.
Amount. Very good. We have to find out the rate of interest. A is equal to, in simple interest formula, P into 1 plus IT. 50,000 is equal to 46,875 into 1 plus I is what we have to find out. 1 year, 8 months will be 1 8 by 12. Correct. 1 year, 8 months out of 12 months. 1 8 by 12. Or you can convert this. 12 months are plus 8. 20 divided by 12. 20 months out of 12 months. Either way. This is easier for me to simplify. 50,000. If I send 46,875 the other side, 50,000 divided by 46,875 equals 1 plus. What is 20 by 12? 1.1667 I. So what is 50,000 by 46,875? 1.0667 is equal to 1 plus 1.6667 I. If I send 1 this side, 1.6667 I equals 1.06667 minus 1, which is 0.06667. I will be 0.06667 divided by 1.6667. If you simplify this, you get 0.04, which is 4%. Answer is 4%. Similarly, look at the next one. Easy, straightforward. Again, here they have not given us whether it's simple interest, compound interest. But since they have given T, it is simple interest. You apply simple interest, you'll get it. Yes. Okay. Okay. If you apply, I think we have to apply compound interest. Then we'll get this answer. Simple interest, you'll get a different answer. Okay, fine. If I apply simple interest, what happens? Amount is equal to P into 1 plus IT. I get 4,000. 5,200 is equal to P into 1 plus 0.05 into 6. That is 5,200 is equal to P into 1.3. So P will be 5,200 divided by 1.3, which is 4,000 rupees. Whereas if I apply compound interest principle, A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power n, amount is equal to 5,200 is equal to P into 1.05 to the power 6. 5,200 is equal to P into, what is 1.05 to the power 6?
1.340095.
Yeah, 1.3400969596. That's okay. So P will be 5,200 divided by 1.3400. So 5,200 divided by 1.3400, you get 3880 point something. So option B, 3880. Yeah, option B, 3880. 4,000 if we consider simple interest, correct. Here nothing is given. So either way.
Sir, so when they have not given anything, we should first go with compound interest only.
And then again, that's how it should be. But now, see, in examination, we need not worry. They will definitely give. For sure, they will give. But yeah, again, if nothing is given, yeah, preferably go with compound interest. Yes. This if they give just like this, definitely there should be a grace mark for this type of a question, because you can get two different answers based on your presumptions. Okay, come to question number 17, an interesting one.
Sir, is it triple?
Yeah, triple. Yeah. That's not required, Pratyush. So much of efforts. Excellent. Everyone. Good. Yeah, the time by which a sum of money would triple itself at 8% per annum, compound interest. If P is the principal, triple means 3P amount. So 3P is equal to P into 1.08 to the power n. P and P gets cancelled. 1.08 to the power n is 3. What I have to do? I have to bring 3 in terms of 1.08 to the power something. 1.08 into equals, if I do at 1.08 to the power 14, we get 2.9372. At 1.08 to the power 15, we get 3.1722. I wanted 3 in between 1.08 to the power 14, 1.08 to the power 15. Correct? So in between 14 and 15, if you look at the options, we have 14.28. That has to be the answer. Yes, Pratish. Very good. That's the answer. Very good. Come to question number 18. I'll just take a few more minutes. I just want to solve maximum number of problems from this chapter. That's what. So come to question number 18. Okay, if anyone was writing that, you can complete. Question number 18. Correct answers. No, Manasa, you have to recheck. Now, the present value of annuity of 80 rupees. 80 rupees is the present annuity. 20 years. 0.05. We have to find out the present value formula. A into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I to the power n. A is 80 rupees. 1.05 to the power 20 minus 1 divided by 0.05 into 1.05 to the power 20. 80, 1.05 to the power 20 is 2.6533 minus 1 divided by 0.05 into 2.6533. So 80 rupees multiplied by 1.6533 divided by 0.05 into 2.6533. If I do this, you get some 996.98 something.
9.
Yes. So if you look at the option 997, approximate. Round off of 996.98 is 997 itself. So that's the reason you have to take this only. If you do not take this, you might get a different answer. You might get 1000 also. I'm not too sure. But this is important. Whatever hint is given, we have to consider that hint itself. Can we try question number 19? Exact question from the study material. We had solved this in the class also. Very good. Yeah. Perfect. So a person bought a house paying 20,000 cash down and 4,000 rupees at the end of each year for 25 years at 5% per annum compound interest. So he paid 20,000 today plus 4,000 every year for 25 years. What are they asking? Cash down price. If everything he had to pay today, what is the amount that he has to pay? What should I do? 20,000 is the present value. For this annuity, I have to calculate the present value. Same thing that we had done in the class. So present value of this annuity, A into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I to the power n. What is A? 4,000. 1.05 to the power 25 minus 1 divided by 0.05 into 1.05 to the power 25. 4000 into 1.05 to the power 25 is 3.386355 minus 1 divided by 0.05 into 3.386355. That is 4000 multiplied by 2.386355 divided by 0.05 into 3.386355. If you simplify this, you should get 56,375.8. To this, if I add 20,000, you get 76,375.8 or 76,376, whatever it is. So option C is the answer. Okay, that's why the problems that we have solved in the class becomes very, very important. Okay, solve those, go through those things. Anyhow, it's there in your notes. We have solved. Can we try question number 20? This also we have same question, actually exactly the same question. The facts figures are different. Correct answers. Very good. Yes. So since its facts are the same, I'll just quickly discuss it. What have they given? Purchase the house valued at 3 lakh. What is 3 lakh?
Present value.
Very good. Out of 3 lakh, 2 lakh they paid immediately. So what is payable?
1 lakh.
1 lakh. 1 lakh. So what is this 1 lakh for us? The present value. Today's value. If you had paid that today, you would have paid 1 lakh itself. Correct? That's the present value. The balance 1 lakh, he's agreed to pay it at 12% per annum compounded half yearly in 20 equal half yearly installments. If the first installment is paid after 6 months, means annuity regular at the end of the period. Correct? Annuity regular after 6 months, not today. From the date of purchase, then amount of each installment. So present value of annuity regular 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I to the power n is 1 lakh. A is what we have to find out. Annuity amount 1 point. If it is 12% per annum compounded annually, what would be I? Compounded half yearly, sorry. Compounded half yearly 12%.
0.06.
0.06.
0.06. 1.06 to the power 20 minus 1 divided by 0.06 into 1.06 to the power 20. They have given us 20 half yearly installment. So to the power 20. So what is 1.06 to the power 20? You get 3.2071 if you simplify. 0.06 into 3.2071 equals 1 lakh. A into 2.2071 divided by 0.06 into 3.2071 is 0.1924 is equal to 1 lakh. So A will be 1 lakh into 0.1924 divided by 2.2071. If you simplify this, you get 8717 something. If you look at the option, we have 8718. So option A. Option A is the answer. Very good. Same way. Question number 21. A person desired to create a fund to be invested at 10% compounded per annum to provide for a price of 300 every year. What is the amount that he has to create? Easy, straightforward. Again, what is given later might be confusing to you. Even if you ignore that, you will get the answer. They have just given you the formula for finding out that in a different wordings. If that fund has to give 300 every year, what is that?
Annuity.
Perpetuity.
Perpetuity.
Every year it has to give. How many years? Forever. Right? Every year they'll announce the price. Perpetuity. Perpetuity is A by I. No growing perpetuity here. 300 only fixed every year 300. So what is A? 300. 0.1, 10%. 3,000 rupees.
3,000. 3,000.
Yes. Same way. If if you look at 22nd question here, a person invests rupees 500 at the end of each year with a bank which pays interest at 10% per annum compounded annually. The amount standing to his credit 1 year after he has made his yearly investment for the 12th time. Study material question. We had solved this in the class as well. The requirement is not straightforward. Very good. Those who have answered it is correct. Others will discuss straight away. Yeah, correct answer. Person invests 500 at the end of each year. So everyone clear that 500 is the annuity?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes. And since it is at the end of each year, annuity regular
Regular.
with a bank which pays interest at 10% compounded annually, so I is 0.1. Amount, what are we required to find out? The amount standing to his credit 1 year after he has made yearly investment for 12th time. So how many years they will do investment? 12 years. So after the end of 12 years, every year he has paid 500, 500, 500 for 12 years. There will be some amount. Is it that they are asking? No. The amount, they'll keep like that for 1 year. 1 year after he has made the 12th installment. At the 12th installment, the investment stops. Then for 1 year, they keep that lump sum. At the end of 13th year, what is the amount that he gets? So for that, what I'm supposed to do? At the end of 12 years, if I have to calculate the amount, I have to calculate the future value of the annuity. Future value of the annuity for 12 years, if you calculate, I'll get the amount at the end of 12 years, lump sum. Keep that for 1 more year compound interest. You'll get the 13th year value. Correct? So future value of annuity 500 into 1.12 to the power 12 minus 1 divided, sorry, 1.10, 10% divided by 0.1. They have given us 1.1 to the power 12 as 3.1384 minus 1 divided by 0.1. 500 into 2.1384 divided by 0.1. How much do we get here? We get 10,692. The fun is, not in this question it is not there, but normally that will also be the option, 10,692. But just by looking at that, we'll take that. No, this 10,692 is kept for 1 more year. How much interest? 10%. So 10,692 amount is equal to principal multiplied by 1 plus I to the power 1. So 10,692 into 1.1, you get 11,761.36. Option A. Somewhere around that, you get, that's okay. So option A is the answer. Did everyone understand this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. 3 more questions, 3 more minutes, I'll finish. 23rd, we have already discussed similar kind of a question. A machinery depreciates at 10% of its value at the beginning of the year. So I have to use the formula A is equal to P into 1 minus I to the power n. Everyone. Correct. So the cost and scrap value realized. Cost is 23,240. What is cost? P. Scrap value means value at the end of the useful life, 9,000. What is 9,000? A. What are you supposed to find out? How many years? N. 1 minus 10%, 0.1 to the power n. So 9,000 divided by 23,240 is 0.9 to the power n. What is 9,000 by 23,240? You get 0.387. Yeah, to the power n. So just find out 0.9 into 0.9 into. Yes, very good. Exactly. At 0.9 to the power 9, I get 0.3874, which is equal to 0.3873 round off. So 0.3873 is nothing but 0.9 to the power 9, so which is 0.9 to the power n. Same base equate the power n is 9 years. N is 9 years. Following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Same way, compound interest on half yearly rests on 10,000 the rate for the first and second year being 6% and third year being 9%. So first 2 years, they have applied 6% rate of interest. Third year, they have applied 9% rate of interest. For 10,000, you have to calculate the compound interest. It's straight, easily we can find out without applying the formula. 10,000 into 6%, okay, compound interest half yearly, right? Okay, it's compounded half yearly. That's what they have given us. So what I will do is I'll apply for the first 2 years formula, so that it easily I will get it, because first 2 years rate of interest is 6%. P into 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. So what is principal? 10,000. I is 6% compounded half yearly 0.03. 1.03. How many years? 2 years. In a year, how many compounding? 2 compounding. 4 minus 1. So 10,000 into 1.03 whole power 4 is 1.1255 minus 1, that is 10,000 multiplied by 0.1255. This is a compound interest that we get. We get 1,255, but that's not the total, because third year 9%. So for third year, what would be the principal? 10,000 plus the compound interest 1,255, 11,255 is the principal, into 1.9% compounded annually, compounded half yearly, 4.5%, 1.045, the whole square. True, because 1 year, 2 compounding. 1.045 square, 11,255 multiplied by 1.092025 into 11,255, we get 12,290. Okay, this is the amount. No, I don't want amount. I want compound interest, minus 1. Minus 1. So 1.092025 minus 1 into 11,255, we get 1,035.74. If you add these two, the total compound interest, you get 2290.74. If you look at the options, we have 2290.84. That is the answer. Following?
Yes, sir.
Same way. Last question, 25th one. The present value of 10,000 due in 2 years at 5% compound interest when interest is paid on half yearly, straightforward. Is this annuity?
No.
No. 10,000 is the investment made. Is a value that will be getting after 2 years, due in 2 years. You have to calculate the present value, principal. Correct. So A is equal to P into I, P plus I to the power n. Amount is 10,000 due in 2 years. Interest is 5% compounded. So 1.05 to the power 2. No, compounded half yearly. Sorry. So what is this? What is I?
0.025.
Very good. To the power
0.025.
2 years into 2, n is 4.
4.
What is 1.025 to the power 4? You get 1.168.
1.108.
Yeah, so P divided by 10,000 divided by 1.1028 is P. You get 9059.6. So 9059.6 is nothing but 9060, round off. So option C is the answer. Okay, option C is the answer. 26 we have already answered. That's why I said 25th is the last one. 3% effective rate, 3.0225, which we have already answered.
Yes.
Yes. So that's it. Okay. With that, we have answered 12 questions here as well. So 12 plus 12 plus 15, how much?
39.
39.
39 questions.
Yes. 39 questions we have answered today. So that completes our discussion on mathematics of finance. Yes, I have extended a little bit because the only reason I wanted to answer or discuss more number of questions.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Everyone clear with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So the only thing that we have to do now is solve more questions. Solve the questions that we have already discussed in the class. Rather go through those questions so that you will get a hold of it and solve. You have 3 more MTPs in this particular revision material. There also you will have questions from this chapter. Solve all those questions. Okay, that's what you have. We are supposed to do. Along with that, what we can do is we can also go through the notes, class notes of statistics first 2 chapters that we have done. Introduction as well as measures of central tendency and dispersion, and APGP, arithmetic progression, geometric progression, so that it will be easy for you in the next class. Okay, these are the things that we'll be focusing on in the next class, which so if you are gone through that, then it will be easy for us to continue. Okay, is that clear? Any doubts still here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, if that's the case, yeah, we'll conclude for the day. We'll meet on Tuesday, 6 o'clock evening. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.